The next item I'd like to talk about is education, and that is a file that is being handled by Tanya Francis, who is our education director. As you know, within the past year, we had at least one community meeting involving education, and the central issue there is if whether or not Paqtnkek should have a school within our community. And the whole idea around there is can we, as a community, do better in terms of educating our children on the reserve as opposed to what exists currently, where our students are going to a provincial system. This is an issue, a matter that, we certainly want to find out what community thinks in this regard. And so, some of the steps that we're looking to undertake as we move forward within this upcoming year is a number of community meetings. The next community meeting is going to be in the middle of January. I think it's January 12th. And the whole focus on this this community meeting, is to bring various individuals from across the province who have dealt with education, schooling, and to talk about some of the issues that they had, the good and the bad, to give the community a real perspective on, to help guide them in making a decision on whether or not we should have a school within our community. In addition to those community meetings, there will be a community vote. This will provide an opportunity for band members to have their voice, their say on whether or not they want a school within our community. I believe that vote is going to take place sometime in March. So there would be at least two more community meetings that will take place. In addition to those community meetings, there's going to be a survey that's going to be taking place as well. A number of questions are going to be asked of community members related to a school as well. One of the key areas, I think, as I mentioned before, is can we do better within our community in terms of providing a good quality education for our students, for our youth. And I really hope that we, have a number of engaged discussions. What I hope is through the community meetings, and we're certainly planning on this, is to have a live video streaming taking place of these meetings so people can sort of link up, to the meeting itself. We had this take place for the matrimonial property law, which was a huge success. So certainly we're hoping to keep up that new tradition by utilizing the most modern technology out there to bring certain subject areas like a school to you, and to also provide that opportunity for feedback, so where you can actually post questions, or any question that you might have on whether or not a school is a good thing for Paqtnkek. With respect to the vote, since for the most part the school would basically support the membership on reserve, that is the membership we're focusing on. That part of the membership is membership residing on reserve, because more than likely the children on the reserve, if there is a successful vote, that they would be going to the school. So it wouldn't include off reserve, but certainly if people are inclined to check it out and play a role within it, it's more than welcome. Because who knows, when we get into development and things like that, where there's more opportunity, I'm sure many community members will consider coming back to the community and playing a role within our community. So it's open to all community members, but as it relates to the voting, it will be focused on membership that lives on reserve. The other thing I want to mention, we have a number of people helping us in this regard with respect to a feasibility study that we have to undertake to support the potential development of a school within our community. So people, Nancy McLeod has been helping us. People with the Confederacy of Mainland Mi'kmaq have been helping us. A variety of people have been helping us in this regard. We were able to partner up with Bear River, who is also undertaking a feasibility study. They're contemplating a school as well, so we're working together in that regard. The thing I want to note is, as it relates to a school, is these are funding cycles with through MK, and essentially, if we agree to not have a school at this time, the next opportunity we would have to engage in a dialogue on a school or not, would be in about 7 years from now. So these are 7 year cycles that certainly line up with funding agreements through MK, which is essentially a 5 year agreement. If we're successful, just to give a bit of clarity to that, in agreeing to have a school, then we have a certain period of time, a window of time, anywhere from, 3 to 7 years to actually build a school. So that's another thing to consider as well in that regard.